Was it working, Matt?
It's working.
Okay, good to know. How's it going, everybody? I'm here with a... Oh, wait, that's not the one. Can you refresh it for me while we're talking?
Yeah.
You gotta go... Yeah. Anyway, new year, new you, new me, new everybody. We're doing this public live stream right now, which is the first Saturday... See, I don't see it.
I gotta refresh.
Hold on. Okay, so the first Saturday of every month now is where I'm doing this public live stream for YouTube. But then the next two Saturdays are for the new Marty music community that I started a few months ago. And so what's been happening with that is awesome. Thank you. There we go. Do you think that the Metallica request is a joke on purpose? Anyway, I've got this Marty music community. Just started it a few months ago, and that's a way to create a community vibe live stream where the viewers can actually chime in on video, ask me questions, and I can give them feedback instead of this public live stream, which I'm still doing. Like I said, the first Saturday of every month, I'm right here doing this one right now. But the community is really worth joining. It's already been built to this great, really comfortable group of like-minded people, lots of good questions, and I think every time someone asks a question in it with their guitar, then I can answer it with a very specific answer and topic. I think most of the people that have been watching can relate to the other person's question. Now, the other thing, you can join that community, but you don't actually have, you can watch it anonymously as well. You don't have to be on camera. it's your choice to be on camera or not. You can just watch it privately without chiming in, or you can just type in a question just like we're doing right now. But it's really cool. I'm using microphones, so the sound is really good. We're in wide screen HD. It's archived. People can watch it later. And then, the main community feature, which is $24.95 a month, you actually get access to the hundreds of hours of curated premium courses that I've created over the last 9 years at martymusic.com. So you get all the courses, then you also get access to the live streams just for members only. And I'm also referencing, when someone has a question, I'm referencing, various courses that would be relevant to the question. I think one question that was really good from that, and then I made a short recently about it too. I'm going to talk about it right now, but I've also got Matt here that's watching your questions. So if you have relevant questions for me, Matt's paying attention. And so let's say, also one of the reasons I switched to the community only is because, and I can take it, but basically you get a lot of people just spamming song requests or band requests. Metallica. What was the one you just blocked? What song was that request?
It was Nirvana, I think.
Nirvana, which I love both those bands. My point of these live streams isn't to just do open-ended song requests. I know I've taught a lot of those songs, but it's not really what I'm here for in this live stream. I want to help you guys. And doing the community only, no one spams questions over and over, or song requests over and over. It's a very much more quality group over quantity. And these live streams here on YouTube, it's vertical format, which isn't great for guitar anyway. But there's no money involved for me either, and I'm not doing any of this for the money. I mean, I need to make a living just like everybody, but like this live stream, I'm not doing for the money anyway. But it's just, if I'm getting spammed nonstop and people aren't really interacting in a positive way, it's just kind of not good for anybody. So anyway, that's my spiel. I'm going to talk about a great question that someone asked in the Marty Music community, and they were asking about melodic solos, pretty beautiful melodic sounding solos, as opposed to like more blues rock solos. And there's different types of improvising, different types of soloing. And so what I thought the particular community, martymusic.com community member was asking about, what I thought of it was more major key sounding. So I'm going to show you some chords right now. I got E major. I'm going to play with my third pinky and middle finger. Then I move that third and pinky up a whole step, and index goes to the second fret G. I strum the whole guitar. So to play a pretty melodic solo, you kind of need pretty melodic music to solo it over. So I just move that shape up a whole step, and then back down a whole step. And those are the chords to Melissa by the Allman Brothers, sometimes referred to as Sweet Melissa, because that's what he says in the lyrics, but it's Melissa. And I can strum that, and I can use a looper pedal, and I'm going to talk about this little playing pretty melodic solos real quick. And it sounds a little something like this. of times, if you're in the key of E, when you're first soloing, which is what I did, was I'd go to the E minor pentatonic. And that doesn't really fit perfectly in that more pretty melodic sense. What works better is the E major scale, the E major pentatonic, or a little hybrid of major and major pentatonic, major scale. So if it's the key of E major, you can put your pinky on the root instead of the index finger. So I put my pinky on the 12th fret high E right here. Music with Sam 12. Hello. So you can play this pentatonic below it. And so that's like, it's all the same notes as the C sharp minor pentatonic. That's a C sharp right there. But the reason it's the E major pentatonic is because it's being played over E major, and the E notes of that position are the roots, the tonal centers of the soloing. With the C sharp minor, but because it's over E major, really pretty sound. And someone said bring Slash on as a special guest. Man, wouldn't we all love that? That would be really fun. I would love that. I have met and hung out with Slash, and he's a really great guy. Now getting him to actually come to my house here and hang out, crazier things have happened, but it's definitely not something that would be easy. Could happen. But so let's talk about this major scale though. Check this out. You got the E major pentatonic that I was talking about. But you can add a half step. So on the B string, if I'm on the 9th fret, and normally the pentatonic, major pentatonic would be 9th to 12th. But you can add this half step right here on the 10th fret B string. So 9 and 10, 12. And that is a Slash thing. I'm playing very Allman Brothers right now, but let's see. That's the exact same thing down a whole step in D major. Let's go back up to E again. Let me know in the comments if you're with me. This is making sense. get to another topic that I like a lot, which is not really as much for soloing, but it's this great, think of it as kind of a country guitar technique, but any major chord, you can think of the E root bar chord, so like E major. You can take your pinky and cover that high E and B of that chord. And then take the half step below it on the G string. So for E, it would be the 12th fret high E and B, and then the 11th fret G. And you bend that G string up a whole step and you play it like a chord like this. But you can do that anytime there's a chord anywhere. So if I play a C chord. Also, when you do the bend, you can then release it to the index finger, just like in that pentatonic shape. And earlier when I played, in the little intro I played just a little bit at Little Wing, there's a section, and Stevie Ray Vaughan does it in his version of Little Wing. You got a G major chord, C major, G to F, so a whole step down, C major, and up to D. But Stevie Ray Vaughan, Hendrix did it too, but Stevie Ray Vaughan for the G chord, he goes, whole step down for F. And then he just does that for C. Up a whole step for D. A lot in country music. That's what I was saying. It's like country. If you had like so that's my little topic for you guys that I wanted to talk about that was brought up in the Marty music community. So someone asked a question about pretty melodic solos, and they talked about some Eagles, some Allman Brothers, things like that. And I said, well, I think I know what you're talking about. And we were talking to each other face to face through the screen. And then I went into a topic like that, and then other people chimed in that was something really helpful. And then they said, where else can I learn more about it? And then I said, well, since you guys are a member of the community, you can go over to my major pentatonic course and major pentatonic licks, which is in your library because you're a community member. So you can go over there and learn a lot more of this kind of stuff in that course. So let me know how it goes. So it's like that kind of interaction, which we don't really get over here, but I'm happy to be here publicly with you guys, for the first Saturday of every month. Now, if you looked at the in the comments, sometimes the link doesn't work if you're on your phone, but if you look in the comments, there's a pinned comment, and also in the info below on YouTube here, you can see that just for a New Year's special, I'm offering an entire year of the community and access to all the courses, right? Like individual courses are between 50 and 80 bucks. Some of the courses are 120 bucks, like some really long, like 20-hour long courses, like blues and Hendrix and Clapton and all that. Some of the courses are even over 100 bucks, but you actually get access to all those courses, all of them, and the community-only live streams. You get access to all of it for a whole year for $99, and that is a special sale that is ending soon. When is it ending?
Friday, midnight.
Friday at midnight. Mm-hmm. So that special offer that you can see the link for ends in less than a week. And this is a limited opportunity, and you get a lot of value for $99, a whole year's worth of guitar education. Now, a whole year's worth at Berklee School of Music, which I'm teaching all the same stuff, a year at Berklee School of Music's over $50,000 or $60,000. I'm estimating here, because my daughter is at art school, and I'm paying for it, so I'm just going off of that. Mm-hmm. So you could go for $50,000 or $60,000 and learn the major pentatonic scale, or you can go to Marty Music Community for the year for $99 and learn the exact same thing from someone who went to music school, who will teach you all the stuff they learned in music school in a fun and easy to understand manner for $99. And you get to ask the professor questions on the special live streams that are for community members only, or enrolled students only. So $99, special deal. It's ending on Friday. Now, if you're like, well, I don't have a job, or I just can't afford that because eggs are so expensive, and affordability is too hard for me right now. I can feel your pain. I get it. In fact, Matt over here had to buy a new washer and dryer today.
Yeah.
You know, these things happen. I totally get it. So if that's your case and you can't afford the $99 for a year, that's totally fine, because guess what? I have like 5,000 or 6,000 free guitar lessons right here on the YouTube channel. Doesn't cost you a thing. You can watch me for free for the rest of your life and become a good guitar. I know I've seen some really amazing guitar players who got their start. I don't take credit for how good they got, but I do take credit for helping them get started with my videos. And most of them did it for free right here on YouTube. So you can totally just continue to watch me for free. I appreciate any support you can give me. You know, it helps me pay for that said art school. Let's see. Any tips on how to stretch your fingers to reach further? I'm struggling with One Last Breath by Creed. Yeah, that's a tricky one. If you're not, one of the things that when you don't have a one-on-one private guitar teacher, I've noticed this with just the state of the information age that we live in, where everything's immediately accessible, any song tutorial, any guitar lesson, any topic. I would think that, I've seen it, a lot of people would learn a song like Creed's Last Breath. Is that what it's called?
One Last Breath.
One Last Breath.
Hold me now.
Hold me now. I had fun teaching it, but what I noticed is I had to work pretty hard for a few weeks to like really nail it where I was comfortable enough to then teach it. And so if I've been playing 30 years and I found some challenging moments in it, then you're going to be able to play that song much better if you do a bunch of other things first. And I use the analogy of like a flight of stairs. and the bottom stair is beginner guitar, and the top floor is intermediate or advanced guitar playing. And most people want to just take the step from the bottom level to the top floor with one step instead of climbing up each step. It's much easier. In fact, it's impossible to get to the top floor in one step. You have to walk up each individual step to get there, and then it's actually not very hard. But most people in this day and age, they go right to an advanced lesson, and they haven't learned all these other techniques from other songs that are easier to build up to that level, and then they get discouraged and they quit. So I have no problem you looking up a song that's too hard for you, but the problem, or that I'd be concerned with, is that you would get discouraged and feel like, oh, it just isn't worth it, I'm quitting, right? I had this a friend that I was trying to help get started on guitar, and I gave them a couple of tips on some beginner chords, some easy stuff to do. And what was the first, they knew like E, A, D, they knew a couple basic chords, a couple like they learned a couple little things. So what was the first song they went home and looked up to learn? What did they want to learn? They went home after 2 beginner lessons and went to learn a song. And that's a good comment. Steven Chan 4067 said, "Oh no, he's telling me to play it. The whole reason I started the community is to avoid all the constant requests." But they said the eruption tapping solo. No, that's not what they picked. But my friend learned 2 beginner lessons and then wanted to learn asking me in the community about how to do the different elements of the like that kind of thing, and they were asking all these questions. And I said, well, man, what you really want to be able to do to play Pride and Joy, you don't want to just know a little bit of guitar and then try and learn Pride and Joy. What you really want to do is learn all the deconstructed elements of Pride and Joy before you tackle Pride and Joy. And so what are those elements? Well, one of them is to be able to just play a if you can't play that comfortably, or 12-bar blues where it cycles over and over and you can just smoothly play a basic 12-bar blues over and over and over, you have no, you should not start to try and learn Pride and Joy. But if we're talking about that right now, what I would recommend is to learn Pride and Joy, don't look at my tutorial first. Make sure you can do these things first. Play 12-bar blues. Be step one. Instead of trying to learn Pride and Joy, be able to play 12-bar blues in E really comfortably and smoothly. You won't regret it, instead of going straight to Pride and Joy. Now, if you are, everyone wants to play Pride and Joy, I've noticed. So the other thing I recommend is to become a member for $99 and watch my Inspired by Texas Blues course. because I do it step by step by step by step. But if you don't join it, I'm going to tell you right now what you need to do. Chloe B70, she says, "You look like my dad." Wow, your dad is a handsome man. Handsome middle-aged man. Thank you, Chloe. Here's what you would do for Pride and Joy. You want to play the boogie riff single notes. Not worry about all that stuff. You want to be able to just do this. I'm not going to teach it to you right now, but this is what you would want to get. So that was just single notes. That wasn't, it wasn't that, because you really needed deconstruct it, which would be, oh, funny. Tittle. Ooh, you should try The Worst by Polyphia. Okay, I have a big announcement to make, everybody, at Marty Music. Marty Music is a Polyphia-free entity. So if that hurts you and you never want to watch me ever again, unsubscribe, swear me off, say I'm the worst. I apologize, and I'm not against Polyphia. I have no ill will towards them, but I'm so far on the other end of the spectrum of what Polyphia. If Polyphia's over here, I'm over here. I'm too old to have this dog be taught new tricks. I ain't doing Polyphia. And I will say, like, they obviously super talented. Tim Henson, super talented guitar player. Super skilled, but the stuff they're doing, which I totally acknowledge, there's a great, there's all kinds of tastes and music that everyone, I appreciate all music. Anyone that likes Polyphia, I appreciate that as well, but it's not my music. It's not my kind of music. If I'm talking about the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and Led Zeppelin, which is Boomer Bends, which is Tim Henson coined, Boomer Bends, then clearly I'm just on a totally different thing, right? But I wish them well. Tim Henson, I wish you well. Polyphia, wish you well. But I ain't doing Polyphia over here, all right? Okay, so Pride and Joy, not Polyphia. That's just a single note. Oh, oh, 3, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2. Now those are on 3 different strings, but just, the fret numbers. Check it out again. You got to get that down. Then, when you get that down, then you add the power chord with the single notes like this. Then separately, you want to get this vibe with the chords. Then you start trying to put them together. All right, Jordan.
See ya.
Jordan, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Jordan, Blankenship, 9153, bye. Now, can we all guess what Jordan Blankenship's haircut looks like? Matt, you know.
Oh, I know.
Okay. take a piece of broccoli, upside right, and put it here, and then make the human head form of that, and compare them with each other, and that is the brain rot effect, right? Or is brain rot what an old person would say now too? Is shit's moving fast.
It's fast.
Shit's moving fast over here. I can't even joke any of those sayings like as a dad joke. I can't even purposely be joking saying those things without my 18-year-old son's head exploding. And he, wants to basically disown me as his father. If I even, I'm consciously joking though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the numbers, I can't even jokingly quote those numbers right now. So we'll leave it at that. Okay, so the point I wanted to make today is that we've got this Marty Music community. It's new. It's going very well. We've got, a few hundred people over there, right?
Yeah, I think it's at 7,000.
Oh, because there's a
7,300.
Because of the free tier.
There's a free tier. Yeah.
There's a free tier where you can just do polls and get
not even the polls, but just a little community.
You can communicate with other people. It's almost like a message board.
Yeah.
So there's over 7,300 if you include that. But without that, the people that are actually have access to all the courses, the community polls, and access to all the courses, that's a few hundred, but not everyone can make the live stream live. So we've been having, 20 to 30 people that can make it live. Then it's archived and people can watch it anytime they want. So it's been great, but it feels really good to turn on my live stream at the Marty Music community and see, 20 or 30 faces on screen. It's like being in a big classroom, which I used to do back in the olden days. And it feels like that again, It's like everyone's really supportive of each other, and we're all learning. And Oliver Steele, New Year, same hat. Oliver Steele, ladies and gentlemen. And thanks, Oliver, for the super chat. That's super kind of you. Now, Oliver Steele's my friend, personal, in-person friend. And Oliver Steele, I'm saying his name again, because he's an amazing, absolutely top-tier singer and songwriter here in Nashville. So if you ever want to just go, hey, I want to look someone up that is super talented as a singer and songwriter that I've never heard before. And some of you have heard him. He was on American Idol, and he did very well. But if you haven't heard, if you have heard of Oliver Steele, go listen to his music. If you have not heard of Oliver Steele, go listen to his music. He's so damn good. He's so amazing. So thanks for chiming in and spending a second here, Oliver. Appreciate you. And speaking of Nashville and amazing singers and amazing musicians, blah, 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 blah. Here in Nashville, on Sunday, January 11th, Sunday in Nashville, January 11th, Sunday in Nashville, I am playing a gig with some of the best musicians in all of Nashville. And we're just going to play 1 hour set. I'm the lead guitar player. And it's at a place called Star Rover Sound. And it's this great steakhouse. It's kind of like a more dinner crowd. So you can come have an amazing steak dinner. And they make these rolls. They make their own rolls there that look amazing. I haven't had dinner there yet, but I'm excited. I'm going to eat there when I do the gig on January 11th at Star Rover Sound. It's from 7 to 8 p.m. And it's with a drummer named Chris Myers, who was in a very popular jam band called Humphreys McGee for over 20 years. And he lives in Nashville, and he invited me to come do a quintet show with him January 11th, Sunday at Star Rover Sound in Nashville. And also, we're going to have the honor to play with who I think is the best keyboard organ player in Nashville. Matt, you didn't even know this. Ty Bailey is this incredible keyboard player. I mean, top. We're in Nashville where all the best musicians live anyway, or already. And then to say on top of it that he's like literally the best organ keyboard player in Nashville means he's kind of like one of the best in the world. I mean, there's a couple other, like Larry Goldings, there's a couple of these other guys, but I think like Ty's like jams with Larry Goldings, he's like friends with him.
Plays with Katy Perry, or he used to?
He used to play with Katy Perry, that is true.
That's awesome.
That is true. That doesn't really show the musicianship ability. That's not like a chops thing. But actually, my other favorite keyboard player, piano player in Nashville is named David Crutcher, and he plays currently with Post Malone. So, these guys, Ty Bailey, I think he's better than Jeff Chimenti, although Jeff's amazing. But I don't think Jeff lives in Nashville, so I'm saying the best in Nashville. Mm-hmm. Ty Bailey, if him and Jeff Chimenti, who's in Dead and Company, if Ty Bailey and Jeff Chimenti, they would just have mutual respect for each other and they'd both melt your faces. But I'm playing with Ty Bailey, so he's my favorite because I'm playing with him. I ain't playing with Dead and Company. No, I know, Alex. Alex Holden, ladies and gentlemen, a huge supporter. I appreciate you, I know. I'm just joking around. But anyway, January 11th, what did I say? Star Rover Sound?
Star Rover Sound.
Star Rover Sound. Great food, and it's a nice 7 to 8. It's not too late. It's gonna be awesome. Ty Bailey, Chris Myers is freaking such a sick drummer. Such a sick keyboard player. And then also a new super talent female vocalist in Nashville that I have seen perform, and I played with her at the Predators hockey game. Her name is Lexi Sitters, and she's super soulful, young, powerhouse female vocalist. She's going to be singing a few songs that night. So that's something I'm really excited for. Rohan, Vig 8118, shut up and play, dude. Yeah? What do you think, guys? This is where I just sit quiet for 20 minutes now. I just think it's super rude. But, I'm still in a good mood. Yeah. I'm in a very good mood. Okay, so some of the tunes that I'm going to be doing at that Star Rover Sound is what I opened with was Heard It Through the Grapevine instrumental. We're going to do, okay, in the comments, name this one. Here's one that we're doing. So there's a little taste. January 11th, Star Rover Sound, Nashville, 7 to 8. Get a beautiful steak. Listen to some of the best musicians. I always get excited. It didn't happen in San Diego as much because San Diego is too expensive for musicians to live. And it's kind of a sleepy sound for music. But what I'm really excited about is when I'm playing with musicians that I feel are the top level, right? There's kind of like A-list musicians, and when I get to do that, it's not all the time, but to have more than one A-plus musician in one gig doesn't happen that often, and I'm really excited for it. How would I compare the Nashville scene to the LA music scene? There's some amazing musicians in LA. The music industry, especially pop music, and a lot of jazz too. Jazz and pop are both very predominant in LA. So there's a lot of like pop session work, a lot of professionals there. Ty Bailey, the keyboard player I'm playing with January 11th at Star Rover Sound at 7 p.m. Ty Bailey, he's from LA. So a lot of LA musicians and New York musicians have actually moved to Nashville over the last decade. So a lot of them are here. I'm kind of one of those myself because I grew up outside of Los Angeles, lived in San Diego, but anyway, the scenes are different. I feel like the best musicians are here now in Nashville, and they tend to be, I mean, it's competitive because everyone's trying to make a living, but I find that the musicians are more supportive here in Nashville than Los Angeles. There's a little bit more of the LA attitude. Although I have great friends who are amazing musicians in LA, so I'm not against it. But anyway, here's another tune that I'm playing January 11th at Star Rover Sound with Chris Myers and Ty Bailey. Goes like this. Yeah. What else? There's some other cool ones we're doing, but a song that I don't think anyone on here would know. But there's a group. It's really more a musicians-y, a group for like musicians music. But the guitar player John Schofield is one of my favorite guitar players. John Schofield, and he got together with this great kind of groove jazz trio called Medeski, Martin, and Wood. About 30 years ago, they collaborated on an album called A Go Go, which is the guitar players my age. It's like one of our guitar Bible albums. And they collaborated more than just A Go Go, but A Go Go was like that flagship first collaboration of theirs. But then later they did a song called Little Walter Rides Again. And we are going to do that one, but it's not one, it's a musician-y song. It's like a groove song. Let's see. James T. Bro 11 said, "What's the easiest pentatonic scale?" Well, I don't know what the easiest, but the best one for sure to work the most time on, which 30 years later I still use the most, and I still practice it the most. Hendrix used it the most, Stevie Ray Vaughan used it the most, Clapton used it the most, Jimmy Page used it the most, so you probably would want to use it the most too. And that's the just basic E, I call it the E root position. Sometimes it's called the first position. But I think of it, you find the root on the E string. And also, you can buy the course individually, or you can become a member of the MartyMusic.com community. I have a course, an entire course called Soloing for Beginners. And it takes you baby steps through what I think you should do to be able to improvise solos as quick as possible, to like learn it and be soloing as quick as possible. But it's this position. If we did A minor pentatonic's good because it's in the middle of the neck, is really the main reason. Also, A is a pretty cool key. On that root, and you go 5 to 8, and then the next 3 strings you do whole steps, 5th fret to 7th fret, 5 7 5 7 5 7, and then the last 2 strings 5 8 5 8. That's ascending. The other way is descending. And people were asking, is this my signature Epiphone? This is not. I'm playing my American Gibson ES335. You can look at Marty Music's YouTube channel, where I am at the Gibson factory watching this guitar get made. So I'm actually in the video documenting how a 335 is made. And then at the end, they gave me the guitar. And so this is that guitar. It's a very special guitar to me. I just felt like playing it today, but I love my signature ES 335 from Epiphone as well, which is a division of Gibson. So I'm not cheating on my Epiphone right now. It's all the same family. But you'd start with that E root. Josh Norco, thanks for the super chat. Josh Norco's such a great supporter, and he's also part of the Marty music community. Josh Norco's water heater blew up. Well, actually broke. Blew up, not exploded, but broke, leaked through his house. He had to go through that. I've been through that twice. Have you been through that yet, Matt?
I replaced it before we got, but
So,
I saw it coming. It was like rotting and stuff.
Yeah, you really, with the water heaters, you really only want to go about 5-6 years at the most before you replace it. I learned that lesson the hard way, but when I got the new one put in, they put in like a tray underneath it, you know, and then it had a hole on the side with a pipe that then led outside, so it would never overflow again, even if it blew. So anyway. So you want to get the scale down, and you got to start real simply, but that's the one you want to work on. And after you've been working on it simply, you can start to do more advanced stuff. So before I end this live stream, one last call for the special offer on the year membership to Marty Music. You get access to the community-only live streams where you can chime in on video, and you get access to all the premium courses over at Marty Music. It's a whole life's curriculum of courses for $99 instead of $60,000 at Berklee School of Music. It's quite a discount. What is that, 10,000% off about? I can't even count that high. 10,000% off. And then January 11th, Star Rover Sound. I'll be playing a gig from 7 to 8 in Nashville with some amazing musicians. You won't want to miss it. And now I'm going to end with what I used to do in the live streams all the time. Let's see if I can still do it. The way I do the loop is I come in on the 4 chord. Thank you. Play lots of guitar this year. It's one of my New Year's resolutions is to play more guitar myself. The last 2 years, I haven't played guitar as much. I'm still making content, but I wasn't really playing guitar for my own enjoyment as much the last 2 years. Just going through stuff, and guitar wasn't there for me. So 2026, I'm going to play a lot more guitar for myself and also play out more. And that starts January 11th with Star Rover Sound. But I'm going to be just out trying to play more for the sake of the music, sake of guitar and what it's done for me in my life, and play more than I have in a while. So I've already started. I've played a lot the last few days. So anyway, thank you, and Happy New Year. That's what I'm seeing. That's the guitar. Matt made it on.
Happy New Year.
Thanks
for watching.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.